Welcome back to the show. You're just in time for What's Trending. So R&B superstar and winner of Season 3 of American Idol, Fantasia Barrino, has made headlines after she recently announced that she is going back to school to get her degree. Now, this was encouraged by one of her sorority members, Sigma Gamma Rho, which she was recently inducted in, who encouraged her to go back to get her degree. And this is on the heels of her getting her GED in 2009 after being a dropout. So Fantasia, kudos to you. I love that about Fantasia, because a lot of people don't know that she was raped in high school, dropped out in ninth grade, went on to American Idol, and boom, the rest is history. So it's...
And then had her daughter 3 years after dropping out, so an abusive partner.
Yeah.
So she is the epitome of a testimony that I think a lot of us need to hear, not even as young girls, but women.
Women.
And I love when you see celebrities, they've made it, right? They have their money, and they decided, I need to go back for my education.
Right.
It makes you know that it's never too late. Look at Megan Thee Stallion, Kim Kardashian, Anthony Anderson.
Yeah.
These are all super successful, rich people that said, you know what, I want to go back and continue education.
And that's brave to go back.
Is.
You know, I think Fantasia may be in her late 30s, early 40s, but that's brave to go back to school at that point. Listen, the older you get, the harder it is to go back. But to see her overcome all these things, being raped and dropping out, and the turbulent marriage she had. So I'm happy for Fantasia to see her doing it.
Yeah, and you can do it on your time.
Yeah.
You know that. There's no rush. Going back to school now, it's not like you have to drop everything and you can do it online. You can do it at your leisure. They have so many programs. So if you're someone that is deciding to, look, she did it.
She did it.
Everyone's doing it. It's never too late to start over.
That's right.
It's never too late to start over.
And speaking of starting over, Real Housewives of Potomac star Katie Rost has announced that she is now working a minimum wage job. Now, she just got out of rehab for her Adderall and alcohol addiction in October 2022, and fans were shocked to see her announce that she is now working at an organic market, making $14 an hour. But I respect that. I respect that takes a lot of humility to go from being on television to working a minimum wage job, especially to announce it on social media. So
I think what people fail, they forget that these are human beings. These are real people. Just because they're on a reality show and they got casted for that show doesn't mean, oh, they've made it big, they're rich. A lot of the times when they do those shows, they end up leaving their job. Okay, so they have no employment. They're at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to being paid on those shows. So when you see that, okay, maybe they're not able to use that leverage like a Nene Leakes did, or Candy was already rich.
She was already
They just
on,
made her more rich. But, you know, a lot of people don't know how to leverage that. But the fact that she's getting the help, I saw so many people that came out, they support her, and then the people that are against it. But you're always going to have the trolls.
You're always going to have the trolls. But, you know, I learned a lesson from this lady. And I have a tendency to do this too. You look at social media and you see how people live and people post pictures and they look thriving, successful. Social media will make you feel like your life is trash. It really will. But these are real human beings on the other side of those lenses that are going through things just like you are. So y'all don't compare your life to somebody on TV or social media, because it's not all glitz and glamour like it looks.
I'll never forget an associate, someone, you know, that I know. I knew her inside, and I'm not going to give it out there. I knew her inside life that was going on. On social media, it looked like she had the best family, the best marriage, the best children. Outside of that, falling apart. And then it got to a point where she became so depressed that she just shut it down. You can't follow social media. You can't. Look at the guy that Tyler Perry picked up. They saw him working in a Lowe's.
Oh yeah.
Look at that, and look at where he is now. So you can't judge that. Reality stars, they're people. They're human beings.
And it's funny because we just interviewed a reality star recently who said that the first season of it was a huge reality show. She still was working her full-time job. So people are doing what they got to do to make ends meet, y'all. So just be a little, you don't know what people are going through.
You really don't. That was Erica Dixon.
Erica Dixon,
Erica Dixon, your crush.
Yes, that's right.
I know
She said she worked her full-time job, even though Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was the #1 show. She still had her full-time job. So people got to do what you got to do to make ends meet.
And if you land on a reality show, remember, it's the leverage.
The leverage.
That you use it for. It's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to use that.
Yeah.
So if you see them on TV today and they're doing something, you can't judge people.
That's true.
That's not fair. And then she had mental issues.
Yeah.
She had to go to rehab for Adderall.
And she had been using Adderall since she was 12. So this was almost a lifelong addiction that she overcame. So kudos to her. Kudos to Fantasia. Black women making moves in Black History Month. Hey, but check this out. We got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Gone for the holidays, so I didn't have his little help around the house, so he came back last night.
I'm sure he was excited to get back home.
He was.
Yeah.
And so was the dog.
Oh, Tyson was gone.
Tyson has a whole jail cell. So my husband found this new cage.
Okay.
And it literally looks like a jail cell. I have to take a picture and
You
bring it
need to
tomorrow.
take a picture.
It's so sad.